Namaskar and welcome to Express News. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest news and updates. My name is Abhishek. We'll start with the top story. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached the temple complex on Monday, where he walked barefoot, carrying what appears to be a silver crown for the deity. The air was filled with the chants of Jai Shri Ram and Har Har Mahadev. Prime Minister Modi climbed 33 steps to the temple complex. Amid Mangal Dhwani, Prime Minister Narendra Modi performed the consecration ceremony in the Indian city of Ayodhya on Monday. The Prime Minister took Sankalp for the consecration ceremony. 121 priests led by Acharya Lakshmikant Dikshit performed the ceremony. Adorned in gold and yellow flowers, the 51-inch tall idol captures the image of a 5-year-old Lord Ram standing gracefully on a lotus, all meticulously carved from a single block of stone. The Ram Lala idol at Ayodhya depicts Lord Ram as a 5-year-old boy. The idol was carved by Arun Yogiraj, a Mysuru-based sculptor from southern India. The idol is extremely detailed and depicts the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu and not just of Lord Ram. The idol has been carved out of a single black stone, and even the lotus under it is part of the same stone. The weight of the Ram Lala's idol is between 150 and 200 kilograms. It stands at 4.24 feet in height and 3 feet in width. During the completion of the consecration ceremony, Prime Minister Narendra Modi symbolically opened the eyes of the deity, a ritual that signifies the consecration and awakening of the divine presence. Indian Air Force helicopter showered flowers on the deity, adding a grand and celebratory touch to the event. Prime Minister Modi greeted the gathering on the premises of the temple. Amid the chanting of hymns and Vedic mantras, Prime Minister concluded his 11-day fast and got emotional. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who led the consecration ceremony, started his address by saying that after centuries-long wait, Ram has finally arrived in Ayodhya. He also said that he would want to use the day to apologize to Lord Ram, as it took them so many centuries to complete the consecration of the temple. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that Lord Ram resides in the hearts of all Indians. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that when Lord Ram is honoured, its effect lasts for years. PM also showered flower petals on the workers who were part of the construction crew at Ram Temple in Ayodhya. PM also offered prayers at the Jatayu idol in Ayodhya after the consecration ceremony. India's Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh Chief Mohan Bhagwat said that today in Ayodhya, along with Ram Lala, India's pride has also returned. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a long-awaited dream of the people has finally come true. Celebrities from entertainment, sports, politics, art and culture attended the consecration ceremony of the Ram Temple. Special prayers were performed at the Shankaracharya Temple in Srinagar in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir today on the occasion of consecration ceremony of Ayodhya Ram Temple. The President of the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, Dennis Francis, arrived in New Delhi on a 5-day visit to India. India's Ministry of External Affairs said that the visit is an opportunity to advance India-UN ties and exchange views on India's priorities and global challenges. President of the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly laid a wreath at Rajghat and paid respects to Mahatma Gandhi in the national capital. AN-32 courier service was inaugurated with an aim to streamline travel and improve connectivity to and from Kargil. Inaugural flight successfully transported passengers between Kargil and Jammu. The flight is being operated by skilled Indian Force pilots. This initiative is expected to play a vital role in enhancing regional connectivity and fostering. The Supreme Court of India on Monday put in abeyance an order by the High Court of Indian State of Himachal Pradesh that stayed the Gurgaon Airport's expansion project in Kangra district. India's Minister V. Muralidharan met President of Sri Lanka Ranil Wickremesinghe on the sidelines of the 3rd South Summit in Kampala, Uganda. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar addressed the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs in Lagos on India and the Global South. The global agenda was promoting rebalancing and multipolarity, thereby restoring the world to its natural diversity. He also addressed the Indian community in Lagos, Nigeria. He spoke to them about India's COVID response, economic recovery, ease of living, space achievements, and diaspora concern. Sweets were distributed by members of the Overseas Friends of Ram Mandir at United States Times Square to celebrate the inauguration of the historic Ram Temple in the Indian city of Ayodhya. In Boston, people were seen singing and dancing on devotional songs and celebrating the arrival of Lord Ram in Ayodhya Dham. Members of the Indian diaspora in Ohio state got together and showed their devotion by chanting "Hail Lord Ram" in unison. On the occasion of Lord Ram's consecration ceremony in Ayodhya, Latin American country Mexico got its first Ram temple with the idols brought from India. Jubilant chants of Jai Shri Ram echoed as Indians in Paris got together at the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower to celebrate the momentous occasion. The government of Mauritius granted special leave for 2 hours to public servants of the Hindu faith on the occasion of consecration ceremony of Lord Ram in India's Ayodhya. Celebrations for Lord Ram's consecration ceremony were planned at 250 locations in UK, and people celebrated the occasion with high fanfare and enthusiasm. In Netherlands, the Indian community celebrated the consecration ceremony by dressing up as the main characters of epic Ramayana, including Goddess Sita, Lord Ram, Lakshman and Lord Hanuman. The Indian community collected in large numbers to celebrate the welcoming of Lord Ram in Ayodhya. Joint Ramayana reading session was also held during the celebration as people enthusiastically took part in the event. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has chosen to drop out of the 2024 presidential race in the United States and will be endorsing Donald Trump instead. Donald Trump celebrated his Republican opponent Ron DeSantis dropping out of the race for the party's presidential nomination on Sunday at a campaign stop in New Hampshire. In a recent interview, Trump labeled Nikki Haley, his Republican opponent for the 2024 presidential nomination, a globalist, stating the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations is not a good negotiator. As the Russia-Ukraine conflict rages on, at least 27 people were killed and 25 others injured in Russian-controlled eastern Ukraine's Donetsk region due to shelling on Sunday. Moscow condemned the attack and dubbed it as a barbaric act of terrorism carried out by Ukraine with the use of weapons supplied by the West. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu rejected conditions presented by Hamas to end the war that would include Israel's complete withdrawal and leaving Hamas in power in Gaza on Sunday. Israel Cabinet Minister Gadi Eisenkot said a lightning raid to free Israeli hostages in Gaza is extremely unlikely to succeed and a deal will soon be needed if they are to be released alive. Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz met his European Union counterparts in Brussels on Monday to discuss the issue of hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. Tens of thousands of people marched in the streets of cities across France on Sunday to call on President Emmanuel Macron not to sign a tough new legislation on immigration. Pakistan's foreign ministry informed on Monday that Iran's foreign minister will visit the country next week, signaling efforts to rebuild ties after the neighbors exchanged missile and drone strikes last week. Ambassadors of both countries will also return to their post by 26th January. Storm Isha brought strong winds to the UK and Ireland, causing large waves to crash against England's southwest coast. A British Airways flight made a bumpy landing amid heavy winds brought by winter storm Isha at London's Gatwick Airport on Sunday evening. The flight had originally taken off from Spain and arrived over 90 minutes late at Gatwick. The storm battered boats with strong winds and waves in an Irish coastal town. The storm went on to cause widespread disruption as 45,000 homes in Northern Ireland remained without power. The storm also affected travel, with 102 flights cancelled at Dublin Airport, 24 aborted landings and 27 flights diverting to other airports. Video shared on X showed stormy seas along Portleven's coastline in Cornwall. Orange alert was issued for most of Ireland, including Dublin, indicating the winds could significantly impact people, property and activity. Cold wave continued in the US, with temperatures forecast to drop -6 degrees to -7 degrees Celsius below average by Monday. Winter weather advisories are in effect for much of the Pacific Northwest, with snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains and heavy rains and flash flooding in Northern California. A landslide in China's Yunnan province killed at least 8 people on Monday, with dozens missing as rescue operations are underway in snowy sub-zero weather. At least 47 people from 18 households were missing as the landslide hit 2 Chinese villages in the southwestern city of Zhaotong, covering houses at the foothill. Thick fog covered Pakistan's largest city, Karachi, on Monday, with residents blaming air pollution for exacerbating weather conditions and visibility. The fog disrupted motorway traffic and caused flight delays. The world's largest natural ice skating rink, Rideau Canal Skateway, reopened in Canada on Sunday. UNESCO World Heritage Site opened for the first time in 2 years. According to maintenance authorities, the canal was closed off for the first time in early 2023 due to lack of ice. The region saw mild winters caused by climate change. La Paz Carnival kicked off in Bolivia on Sunday as party-goers reveled in the streets. According to tradition, they moved alongside a bright red and golden coffin, waiting for Pepino, the clown, to come back to life. In a performance, Pepino, the clown, struggles to escape a cascade's confines, but the figure comes to life as dozens of dancers call for the spirit to wake, joining the traditional dances. A rescue dog in Korea who was sent on 300 operations and helped in rescue of 9 individuals has retired after a 6-year stint. He was handed over to a family after his retirement ceremony. The winter fishing season started in Boston Lake in China's Xinjiang region. Boston Lake is the country's largest inland freshwater lake and the biggest fishery base in Xinjiang. China Media Group held rehearsals for the 2024 Spring Festival Gala on Sunday. Different programs will be included in the grand show on the eve of the Chinese Lunar New Year. One of London's most famous cemetery, Highgate, which is the resting place of Karl Marx, George Eliot and 170,000 other Londoners, is almost full. The Cemetery Trust will now be taking back ownership of long abandoned graves so they can be used for fresh burials. Highgate has marked 460 graves for the project, which have not been used for more than 75 years. Peru celebrated the Paso horses, widely regarded as the country's national animal, with a competition. The 3-day competition, which started on Saturday, saw 330 horses participating in various categories of demonstrations. As Rio de Janeiro prepares for the city carnival, the São Clemente Samba School charmed spectators in iconic Sambadrome on Saturday night. Dressed in yellow and black, hundreds of dancers and musicians ran through their technical rehearsal as the rhythmic Samba drum sounds charmed through. In a rare event, Germany saw a beautiful sight as a meteor blazed across the night sky over eastern parts on Sunday. A Croatian old car enthusiast is inviting locals for a free ride around the coastal city of Split in an old bus from 1981 during the weekends. A winter city bus is quite rare to be owned by a private individual in Croatia. The bus companies are generally sawing, scraping, cutting up or reusing the old models. Passion and Awareness Meet as acid attack survivor and campaigner Patricia Lefranc features in a new campaign by Rankin and charity Acid Survivors Trust International. The campaign involves a lookbook as an advocacy tool that is designed to encourage companies to introduce stricter controls around corrosive substances that have been weaponized by the attackers. Hundreds of children attended the traditional Tet Painting Festival in Vietnam's Ho Chi Minh City on Sunday. This marks the 5th consecutive year of the contest. Tet celebrates the arrival of spring based on the Vietnamese calendar. The competition provides children with an opportunity to showcase their creative passion for Tet and spring. Prince Harry was honored with the Living Legend of Aviation in Beverly Hills. He was recognized for his helicopter pilot skills during his decade in the British Army at the Living Legends of Aviation Awards. Bollywood blockbuster film Animal is set to release on Netflix with an extended cut on January 26th. The film, directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, stars Ranbir Kapoor alongside Anil Kapoor, Rashmika Mandanna and Bobby Deol. South Indian film Hanuman is receiving a resounding response worldwide, with it crossing over $2 billion. It was released in theaters on January 12th. American jazz and R&B vocalist Marlena Shaw has passed away, aged 81. Her song California Soul was one of the defining soul songs of the late 1960s and has often been sampled as well. Rock band Eagles have announced their final ever shows in the United Kingdom shows as part of their Long Goodbye tour. The Long Goodbye tour at Arena Residency will kick off on Friday, May 31st. The performances will see the 5-member band celebrate 50+ years of their career. American singer-songwriter Billy Joel has begun teasing new music, which would be his first new material in 17 years. His Spotify canvas and Facebook header photo now show the "Did I Wait Too Long?" K-pop girl group Le Sserafim officially announced their new extended play Easy on Monday. They released a trailer titled Make It Look Easy. The record will be out on February 19th. The Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, has been diagnosed with a form of skin cancer. Ferguson was treated for breast cancer last year. She is the 3rd royal member to have medical problems reported in the last week. The 74th Berlin Film Festival has unveiled its full competition lineup. It previously announced Cillian Murphy starring Small Things Like These as its opener. The competition film lineup boasts a diverse set of movies such as New York set La Coquina with Rooney Mara and sci-fi drama Another End. The 74th Berlin Film Festival will run from February 15th to 24th. Indian star batter Virat Kohli has withdrawn from the first 2 tests against England, citing personal reasons on Monday. Flamboyant middle-order batter Suryakumar Yadav has been named the captain of the ICC Men's T20I Team of the Year, which also includes 3 more Indians in opener Yashasvi Jaiswal, spinner Ravi Bishnoi and left-arm pacer Arshdeep Singh. Indian middle-order batting veteran Cheteshwar Pujara completed 20,000 runs in first-class cricket, becoming the 4th Indian batter to reach the mark. He accomplished this milestone during Saurashtra's Ranji Trophy match against Vidarbha in Nagpur. Russia's Daniil Medvedev marched into the quarterfinals, beating Portuguese player Nuno Borges 6-3, 7-6, 5-7, 6-1 on Monday in Melbourne. India's Rohan Bopanna and his Australian partner Matthew Ebden entered the men's doubles quarterfinals of the Australian Open with an impressive 7-6, 7-6 victory over Wesley Koolhof of the Netherlands and Croatia's Nikola Mektic. A turbocharged Carlos Alcaraz powered into the Australian Open quarterfinals for the first time on Monday as the second seed dismantled Serb Miomir Kekmanovic 6-4, 6-4, 6-0 to leave fans on Rod Laver Arena awestruck. 6th seed Alexander Zverev shattered British hopes by beating Cameron Norrie 7-5, 3-6, 6-3, 4-6, 7-6 to reach the quarterfinals of the Australian Open. Former champions Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty finished as runner-up after losing in the men's doubles final of the India Open Super 750 badminton tournament in New Delhi. Asian Games champions and Tokyo Olympics bronze medalist India is placed in a tough Pool B in the men's hockey competition at this year's Paris 2024 Games. Eight-time champions India has been clubbed with reigning Olympic champions and world number 2 Belgium, Australia, Rio Games, gold medalist Argentina, New Zealand and Ireland. Mohamed Salah will return to Liverpool for treatment on the leg injury he suffered at the Africa Cup of Nations, but Egypt are hopeful he can come back for a potential semi-finals. Salah was injured in Egypt's 2-2 draw with Ghana on Thursday in Group B. Alright, that's all we have in this edition of Express News. You stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.